Welcome to YouTube channel The Nil City. Today we bring a tutorial on a great evolution of mobile technology, first generation to fifth generation. How did mobile wireless standards develop and what changes will bring to today's 5G? Korea became the first country to offer 5G, and fair to say that the mobile industry has made breathtaking advances since the first mobile phone call was made back in 1973. Mobile devices have reshaped our world in the way that we never could have predicted. Most countries plan to start adopting 5G in 2021, and this is said to help drive the Internet of Things and big data. Every successive generation of wireless standard are abbreviated to capital G have introduced dizzying advances in data carrying capacity and decreases in latency, and 5G will no exception. Although formal 5G standards are yet to be set, 5G is expected to be at least 3 times faster than current 4G standards. It is truly understand how we got here. It's useful to chart the unstoppable rise of wireless standards from the first generation to where we are today on the cusp of a global 5G rollout generation where it all began. The first generation of mobile network or 1G as they were retroactively dubbed when the next generation was introduced was launched by Nippon Telegraph and Telephone NTT in Tokyo in 1979. By 1984, NTT had rolled out 1G to cover the whole of Japan. In 1983, the US approved the first generation mobile operation and the Motorola's Dynatec became one of the first mobile phones to see widespread use stateside. Other countries such as Canada and the UK rolled out their on 1st G network in a few years later. However, first generation technology suffered from a number of drawbacks. Coverage was poor and sound quality was low. There was no roaming support between various operators, and as different systems operated on different frequencies ranges, there was no compatibility between systems. Worst of all, calls were not encrypted, so anyone with a radio scanner could drop in on a call. The Dynatec still managed to rack up an astonishing 20 million global subscribers by 1990. There was no turning back. The success of first generation paved the way for the second generation, appropriately called second generation. Second generation, that is called the Cultural Revolution. The second generation of mobile network or 2G was launched under the GSM standard in Finland in 1991. For the first time, calls could be encrypted and digital voice calls were significantly clear with less static and background crackling. But 2G was about much more than telecommunications. It helped lay the groundwork for nothing short of a cultural revolution. For the first time, people could send text message, picture message, and multimedia message on their phone. The analog past of 1G gave way to the digital future presented by 2G. This led to mass adoption by consumer and business alike on a scale never before seen. Although 2G's transfer speed were initially only around 9.6 kilobyte per second, operators rushed to invest in new infrastructure such as mobile cell tower. By the end of the era, speeds of 40 kilobyte per second were achievable, and EDGE connection offered speeds of up to 500 kilobyte per second. Despite relatively sluggish speed, 2G revolutionized the business landscape and changed the world forever. G, that is third generation, the packet switching revolution. 3G was launched by NTT Docomo in 2001 and aimed to standardize the network protocol used by vendors. This meant that users could access data from any location in the world, as the data packets that derived web connectivity were standardized. This made international roaming services a real possibility. For the first time, 3G increased data transfer capabilities 4 times faster than 2G, also led to the rise of new services such as video conferencing, video streaming, and voice over IP such as Skype. In 2002, the BlackBerry was launched and many of its powerful features were made possible by 3G connectivity. The twilight era of 3G saw the launch of the iPhone in 2007, meaning that its network capability was about to be stretched like never before. 4G, that is fourth generation, the streaming era. 4G was first deployed in Stockholm, Sweden and Oslo, Norway in 2009 as the long-term evolution LTE 4G standard. It was subsequently introduced throughout the world and made high-quality video streaming a reality for millions of consumers. 4G offers fast mobile web access up to 1 GB per second for stationary users, facilitates gaming services, HD video and HQ video conferencing. The catch was that while transitioning from 2G to 3G was as simple as switching SIM cards, mobile devices needed to be specifically designed to support 4G. This helped device manufacturers scale their profit dramatically by introducing new 4G ready handsets and was one factor behind Apple's rise to become the world's first trillion-dollar company. While 4G is the current standard around the globe, some regions are plagued by network patchiness and have low 4G LTE penetration. According to Ogood, a mobile data platform, UK residents can only access 4G networks 53% of the time. Fifth generation, the Internet of Things era, with 4G coverage so low in some areas. Why has the focus shifted to 5G already? 5G has actually been years in the making. During an interview with Tech Republic, Kevin Aston described how he coined the term the Internet of Things, or IoT for short, during a PowerPoint presentation he gave in 1990s to convince Procter and Gamble to start using RFID tag technology. The phrase caught on and IoT was soon touted as the next big digital revolution that would see billions of connected devices seamlessly share data across the globe. According to Aston, a mobile is not a phone, it's the IoT in your pocket. A number of network connected sensors that help you accomplish everything from navigation to photography to communication and more. The IoT will see data move out of server centers and into what are known as edge devices such as Wi-Fi enabled applications like fridge, washing machine and cars. By the early 2000s, developers know that 3G and even 4G networks would not be able to support such a network, as 4G's latency of between 40 milliseconds and 60 milliseconds is too slow for real-time responses. A number of researchers started developing the next generation of mobile network. In 2008, NASA helped launch the Machine-to-Machine Intelligence M2MI Corp to develop IoT and M2M technology as well as the 5G technology needed to support it. In the same year, South Korea developed a 5G R&D program. New York University founded the 5G focused NYU Wireless in 2012. Superior connectivity offered by 5G promised to transform everything from banking to healthcare. 5G offers the possibility of innovations such as remote surgeries, telemedicine, and even remote vital sign monitoring that could save lives. Three South Korean carriers, KT, LG, U+, and SK Telecom, rolled out live commercial 5G services. The country has rolled out 5G to 85 cities as of January 2020. Government officials estimate 90% of Korea's mobile users will be on 5G network by 2026. 5G networks deployed by the countries are South Korea, China, United States, Germany, Japan, Ireland, Arab Emirates. India also launched 5G mobile services mid of 2021. Thanks for watching. Motivated by share, subscribe and thumbs up. Have a nice day.